thousands were coming. Some were coming after the bread. Some were coming because of the healing. Some were coming because of... Yeah. I'm already speaking to some of you from my own personal experience because I've gone through a lot. I've seen a lot. And some of the blunders, I've made them myself. And I wouldn't want some of you to repeat the same. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Who is their father? Who is mentoring you? Never should you forget what I say. It's not like every one of you needs to have a father, not all of you. You have to have a greater vision for you to have a father. You have to have a bigger vision. What do you have in the inside of you? Obviously, if you have something, you would want other people to help you bring it out. The preaching of the gospel. I have begotten you. I took my time. Thousands of people coming. Jesus was laying his hands on them, cleansing the lepers. At night, all of them, they would go. They would go. And he would begin to teach his disciples. Teach his disciples. And the people that received more miracles never became his members. But the people that received more teachings, more members. Even if those members are 12, you have members. You are better than the person with 1,000 people, and yet there are no members there. You will soon find out when they are coming to arrest you. That is when you realize. You realize that even Peter himself is going to find it difficult. He'll come back later because he's a member. But for some time, if members would run away from you for some time, how about an ordinary person? Leaders, ministers, if you get an opportunity, invest in the word. Teach the word of God to individuals, one after the other. Take time. Take time. If I come across a person who is in need of information, I will give him information until he is tired. One person. Because I know how powerful the word is. I know how powerful the word is. I've begotten you through the preaching of the gospel. So how do you know that you have been born of the word? You have been born of the word. I once said it before. How do you know? If a person comes to you, it's not like when a person preaches to you and then you get born again, that person automatically becomes your father. No, that's not the case. That's not the case. A person can bring you to Christ, and then it is the person that will begin to teach you the ways of God and to keep you there. And you now have the majority of the information inside of you coming from that one person. Because it is through the preaching of the gospel that you become a son. So a person can bring you to Christ and abandon you. And then you get an individual who comes into your life, and he's beginning to invest the word of God in the inside of you, teaching you life and giving you every detail concerning every facet of your life. Now, if you want to know whether you are now a son to a particular man of God, you look at the amount of word that he has deposited into you and how it has transformed you and even changed your behavior. Right? Right? Some of us, sometimes we teach about how to eat. We teach about when to eat. We teach about what to eat. We teach about how to drive. We teach about what to drive. We teach about how to even take a bath. Right? Are we together? Are we together? Right. If you can talk about everything to an extent that a person, the moment he wakes up from the morning, he thinks on how he should brush his teeth. So he's brushing his teeth at the same time he's thinking of your sermon, which means he has become a product of the word. Okay? So that's how you beget sons, through the teaching. If I can influence your eating, if I can influence your driving, the moment you get to 180 kilometers an hour and you see me, and then you begin to brake, it means the word of God was planted into your system, and it is now controlling you. You have now become a son because of the word, the preaching of the word. That's how you can tell that you are now a son. You can't collect a harlot from the streets there and drive her to the hotel. Maybe you can try to do that, but at some point, maybe after a kilometer or so, you will see me and you begin to think, and then you will stop your car. You will ask this silly looking lady to walk out of your car. Why? Because from the moment you picked her, the word that I have invested into your system, it will begin to choke you and to work against what you are doing. And that is how you can tell that I am now a son. I have begotten you through the preaching and the teaching of the word.
Thank you for watching Minister's Material. Join us again next time for yet another inspirational teaching from Prophet Emmanuel Makandiwa.